What's up guys, this video we're going to share the results of a recent Bumble experiment that we did to find out how much does height really matter for dating apps, and the results were quite surprising. Alright, so for this experiment we ran 3 different Bumble profiles. We used the same exact photos, the same exact bio, every single thing was the same. We put them in the same city, for the same time span during weekdays. We controlled literally for every single factor. The only thing that was different between those 3 profiles was the height. And we wanted to find out how much does height really matter. So one of the profiles, the guy was 5'5". For the second one, he was 5'9", and for the third one, he was 6'3". And part of the results are going to be exactly what you would expect. However, there's also going to be a very interesting part of the results that definitely surprised all of us. So let's start off with the 5'5" guy. So he got 20 likes in 24 hours in Pittsburgh, which I think is, probably better than most people would expect, right? Especially since the person we used was very average looking. However, out of those 20 likes, only one of the girls was attractive enough to match with. So that basically means that like 5% of the girls are actually hot that would like you, if you are 5'5". Next, we move on to 5'9". So the 5'9" guy got 50 likes, which is a 2.5 times jump when it comes to quantity, which is really, really interesting. Furthermore, out of those 50 likes, 6 of them were attractive enough to match with, right? So that shows you that basically when you go from being 5'5" to being 5'9", you get a massive jump in quantity and quality, right? So we found that interesting. Now here's where things get surprising. When we went to the 6'3" profile, he actually got 47 likes in 24 hours. And again, we controlled for every factor. We did the same time span, only during weekdays, right? Everything was the same. However, this is also surprising. Out of those 47 likes, 11 of them were attractive enough to become matches. So do I think that you get less likes if you're a 6'3"? No. I think you get basically the same amount of likes, right? I think this was just a natural variance. For whatever reason, maybe the algorithm wasn't hitting hard that day, right? However, even though the quantity stays the same, the quality goes up by basically 2 times, right? Because again, you saw a jump from 6 matches to 11 matches, right? Even though the guy had slightly less likes. So what does this experiment tell us? Well, it tells us that yes, height definitely makes a big difference, right? But you get to a point of diminishing returns. When you go from being 5'5" to 5'9", you get a massive jump in quantity and quality. However, when you get past a certain point, which I think is 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", maybe 6 feet, right? You start getting extreme diminishing returns where you're not getting the same exact type of thing. So basically, if we look at it as a graph, it's kind of like this type of thing, right? It's not like it's not like basically just the taller you are, you're getting the same proportion of increase in results. You get to a point where the girl's like, okay, this guy's tall enough, which kind of basically shows what I've always suspected. It's not that girls are obsessed with height. I mean, of course, girls like tall guys, but the main thing that girls are looking for is that the guy is just tall enough, that the guy's taller than them, right? So again, this kind of explains to you that again, when you go from being like, let's say short to being average height, you see a massive difference. But when you go from being average height to being, above average height, you actually see a slight increase or not as substantial of a difference. All right, so the question is, what can you do about this? Well, honestly, not that much. I think that every guy should probably exaggerate by an inch or 2. So if you're 5'9", you can say you're 5'10" or maybe 5'11". If you're 5'5", you can say that you're maybe 5'7" at most, right? You don't want to push it further than that. I think the reason why you should exaggerate is because literally every single girl expects you to. So if you're 5'9" and you say you're 5'9", the girl's going to think you're really 5'7" or 5'8", right? So me personally, I'm like 5'10 and a half, 5'11", I say I'm 6 feet. However, you really should not go more than 1.5 inches or 2 inches, right? Because then you get into catfishing territory. Also, another thing you could do if you're on the shorter side is wear basically shoes with insoles, right? That can also give you an additional 2 inches. So again, slight exaggeration, totally fine, but you don't want to start lying by 3, 4, 5 inches, right? Because then again, the girl's probably not going to take that too favorably. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, show us some love by smashing the like button, hit subscribe, click the bell for notification. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.